everybody, and welcome back to my channel. As you guys can see from the title of today's video, I don't know if it's gonna be a 24-hour readathon or like longer than 24 hours, but I wanted to just kind of go with the flow with it and just do a readathon for as long as I can. It is currently Tuesday, December 14th, 8:32 at night. Oh, it's really crazy. So I actually have two finals I have to take tomorrow. One that I have to go in person for at 10 in the morning, and then another that I have to take before midnight tomorrow night. But I still decided that I would do this little challenge just to see how long I could read for. I'm in the process of making coffee because I know I'm gonna need it tonight. Even though I woke up pretty late today, like around 4, my sleep schedule has been so bad lately. I know I'm not gonna sleep like anytime soon tonight, but I really want coffee. But the first book I'm gonna read, that's cute. Anyways, as I was saying, the book that I'm gonna read first for this little readathon thingy, I don't even know what to call it at this point. I feel like I can just call this video trying to see how long I can read until I literally lose my mind, I guess. The first book that I'm gonna be reading is The Chase by Elle Kennedy. This is the first Briar U spinoff series. The first book in the Briar spinoff series, and I'm about 230 pages in, so I have about like 100 pages left of this book, so I'm gonna finish this one tonight. Also, look at little Miss Luna. Hi, pretty girl. Soupy girl. She has been a menace to society all day today. She's been up my butt. She's been wanting tons of food and tons of attention, but I love her, so she's fine. Anyways, I'm gonna go make my coffee, and then I think we're gonna start our little reading journey out here first. It is 12 o'clock, 12:01, and I have gotten to page 320, I think, in my book, so I have like maybe 50 or less pages left in this book. I kind of like it so far. I didn't really like it at first. I don't know, it just had like a different vibe to it than the rest of the off-campus books, but I kind of like it now. I feel like I would give it like a 4.5 out of 5 stars maybe. Anyways, I'm gonna finish this book, and then I think Luna and I, she's under there, I think Luna and I are gonna go back to my room to chill in there because it's pretty late and I don't want to make too much noise out here. Hello everybody. It is now 1:35 in the morning. I actually just finished The Chase by Elle Kennedy, and I took a really quick shower, and I also got myself some tea to kind of settle down with for tonight. And I don't know what book I'm gonna pick next, but really, Lola? She has this little avocado toy that I think I sprayed in way too much catnip, and now she's going nuts over it. Anyways, let's talk about The Chase. I don't think this is gonna be any spoilers, so you guys should be good. If there is a spoiler, I'll obviously put it on the screen with a time skip to where you can skip to, but time being, I don't think I'm gonna be having any spoilers in this. So first off, I obviously didn't tab anything in this book. I don't really tab a lot of my books. It's kind of on like a if I want to basis. If I want to tab it, I will. If I don't, I won't. When I first started reading The Chase, it was kind of hard for me to get into, to be quite honest. I didn't like it all that much. I don't know, I'm not exactly a big fan of Dean Laurentiis, and obviously the girl in this one is his sister, Summer Laurentiis. Her character was very interesting. There was a lot more depth to her than I thought there was gonna be, but I feel like there wasn't enough depth. It definitely did pick up maybe more towards like the middle of the book, but the first half of the book was kind of hard for me to get through just because the two characters were just so anti-talkative. Like they didn't communicate, and that was very hard for me because I was just like, dude, just communicate, like just communicate. I think that also shows like the realness of some relationships, how sometimes communication for two people is very, very hard, and I think this book kind of like perfectly showed that, because it shows the frustration of not knowing what your significant other is thinking and how that can affect your relationship with it. But it also did a really good job of, you know, kind of showing like, hey, this person might not be as ready to open up as you are, and you have to respect that, but like you got to come to like a common ground type thing if you want it to work, which I thought was actually pretty interesting. So yeah, I ended up giving it a 4 stars on Goodreads. All right, Luna, you ready to pick out a new book? Okay, sorry if my lighting is doing like that weird like wave kind of effect. I think it's my LED lights and my camera working together. They just don't like to coexist whatsoever. But I'm gonna try and pick a new book, and I figured I would show you guys the process. So this right here, this shelf right here is my romance shelf. And I kind of like organize them all like genres mostly. So this is the romance shelf. This is like the murder mystery, like scary kind of books, and then down here are like all the fantasy series and whatnot, and then down below I just have miscellaneous books that don't really fit into a genre up here. And I also have all of my book of the month books at the very bottom. So I feel like I have to read a short book.
He did feel guilty about it. We're both in need of company. Mental coursework. Endless. The two had their portrait taken there, and for Stephanie.
Okay, I think I figured out which book I'm gonna read next, and I feel like nobody's gonna be surprised. We're gonna read the second book in the Briar U series, The Risk, because it has to deal with Brianna, the Briar U's hockey team's coach's daughter. That makes sense? I hope it did. But we're gonna read this one next, and I'm gonna get the audiobook for it because I really like listening to the audiobooks of books when I'm reading them. So whenever you see me with my headphones on and reading a book, I'm more than likely always listening. Actually, I'm only always listening to the audiobook. So there you go. Everyone's been curious about that in a couple of my last videos, so I thought I would address it here, hopefully. I figured I would give you guys an update about how I'm feeling about The Risk so far. I'm about 50 pages in, so like 5 chapters in, and so far I like Brenna and Jake's character. I think their like conflict and romance is going to be really interesting to like hear about later on, because they're like both pitting against each other, and I kind of like that kind of plot, that kind of setup. So also, if anybody's curious, it is 5:04 in the morning. I have my final at 10, so I have my final in 5 hours. Honestly, think I'm gonna do just fine. I am actually gonna go to Starbucks maybe in like about an hour, because they open at 5:30. So I was thinking of going to Starbucks and getting a breakfast and a coffee there and reading for like an hour or two, and then spending like an hour or two studying for the exam beforehand, like lightly studying, just because the material is kind of self-explanatory, so I'm like not too worried about failing. And the last time I did this, I got like an 80 something on the exam, and that's fine by me. I'm just gonna do what I know I can. Luna is up and ready. Come here. Come here. Say hello. No, say hello. I just want you to cuddle with me. Why don't you love me? She usually likes to wake me up around anywhere between 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. to beg for breakfast. And if I don't get up when she wants me to, she will knock everything on my bedside table down. Okay, I get it. Shh. You're so loud. Luna. Come here. Come here. Is that what you want? There's my belly rubbed. Someone just wants their belly rubbed. Is not right. Oh. So it is a lot of time later. I took my exam this morning. It's 4:32, and I have pretty much, since I got back from my exam, I took a shower and I napped, and Luna and I have pretty much just been lounging for the whole entire day since then. I haven't done much reading. I do plan on finishing it tonight though, because I have like 4 hours and 10 minutes left of the audiobook. If I start continuing it now, I should be done around like 9, and then I can get ready for bed. Isn't that right? Yeah. Yeah.
I used to take myself out on dates, open my own damn doors, pay for everything on my plate. Sometimes I'd even get the steak, cause I got it like that. Always had my own bag, never needed no man to rely on. Got 2 good shoulders to cry on.